to get real up in here. I can't hear shit. Can't hear fucking thing. There's a light that won't turn off. There's a fucking fire extinguisher next to my head. I think it might blow up on me. I don't know. Shit's going okay so far. Makes a weird noise when I turn. It's alright. Happy Wednesday. June 2nd. January, March, April, May. June 2nd, 2021. It is currently 9:04 a.m. I got a leak in the freaking cabin. It's raining out here. 74 stops. I knew I had 74 stops when I woke up this morning. I swear I did. I was like, it's either 54, 73, or 74. And I logged in on my way here. Yeah, 74 stops. It's not terrible, though. I'm getting out of here so late because I'm driving a freaking ambulance today with side doors that don't open. It's not rolling side doors. It's just open the side doors. Back doors, no mirror, no rear view mirror, except for my sides. I just got a camera that's on. Yeah, and there's a freaking light that won't turn off. We'll make it work. We'll figure something out. Still sober. Had a rough night. Almost fucked up last night. I went over to cut the ex-wife's grass. Hang out with my son a little bit. And had been there a while, like long enough to be like, well, I don't want to go home and bake a whole pizza and then eat the whole pizza tonight. It was late. And the ex-in-laws came over. They were working on shit. Mina, baby, you hear this? You hear this? That's what Poppy's working with today. We're gonna live. If not, tell my son I love him. It's alright. Am I worried about it? Nah. Should have heard my last vehicle. The reason I'm driving this is because my brakes on my van are garbage. Like, bad. Anyway, where were we? Oh, yeah, so I cut the grass in a weed ate for the first time in a long time. Shit was tall, and there's an electric. It's cool as hell. It's an electric weed eater. You just push buttons. You ain't got to pull your shoulder out trying to cut the freaking grass. Anyway, the steering wheel's fucked up? What is going on here? It's like to the left. It's to the left like Beyonce. This whole damn thing, there's something wrong, because I've driven this before and it's not like this. This is new. Something happened. I also don't have anywhere to put the microphone, so I'm just holding it. That's a thing. Yeah, so I went over, cut the ex-wife's grass. Cut my son's grass. Ex-wives take so long to freaking say. Jesus Christ. So anyway, I ordered a California burrito because I didn't want to make my pizza. So now I still haven't started the carnivore diet because I want to eat the pizza tonight. It's okay though. It turns out, financially, it's better that I do this. Because the ex-wife didn't accept the damn daycare money, so I didn't spend the money. I just don't have as much money as I would need to go ahead and continue the carnivore diet on through Friday. So if I start tomorrow, I'll be right back on track with the rent coming up and shit. There's one time a month where it gets real dicey, and that's this Friday. But I make it. I've done the maths on it. I went full math magician on this shit, and I'm gonna make it. Anyway, cut the grass, weed ate, hung out with my guy, and he's sick. He's got the scooper, the swooper, whatever the hell it's called. I forgot now. Something with an S. And he sounds like shit, this poor guy. But he's acting just fine, like acting normal, but he sounds like shit. And he's cute as fuck. I say, he wanted to go to see the horses. I'm holding him while I'm weed eating, because it's only one hand operational type deal. You don't need two hands, you can use one, because it's an electric and it's not heavy or long. kind of like did. Anyway, I was holding him and he goes, "Whore," like he wants to go see the horses. And I go, "Please, we can go see the horses." Say, "Please." He goes, "Peace? Peace?" I'm like, and he's rubbing his stomach. I just wanted to cry right there. This is the cutest shit I ever seen. Peace? I gotta record it someday. You gotta hear it. It's the shit. Anyway, I'll get it tonight if I see him. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna see him. So I had ordered the burrito from Taquero Becerra, and it was like 8 o'clock or some shit. So I went out, got the burrito. No. This is my point of my whole point of saying this. Where I almost fucked up and almost got some beers and some cigars was leaving my son's house. We were playing catch right before that, but I had already placed my order. So I was like, "All right, but I love you. I'll see you tomorrow." And I haven't. Okay, so back when she first moved in, and then 2 days after that, she had a boyfriend staying the night with her. Every time I would leave, I'd cry a little bit. Like, I'd tear the fuck up. But I've been over that for a while now. And I haven't. I've just been like, I've accepted it. Bye. We'll find out in the end who fucked up, right? Anyway. Sorry for cousin. So I haven't cried in a long time when I left. But yesterday, I almost cried audibly. Because he said, not only for the first time have I ever heard it, a full sentence. He said, "Bye-bye, Dada." And he was waving his hand, and then I tell him, because I can't go. I'm about to break the fuck down right there in the house. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to leave, right? But I gotta go get this burrito, and I'm fucking about to start bawling. So I'm like, I have to get out of here before I start crying in front of the ex-wife. Anyway. So I tell him, but I don't want to. So I tell him, "Come here, shut the door. Come lock Daddy out." He goes, "Bye-bye, Dada." He comes over and shuts the door, and then he opens it back up, and he's trying to throw the ball with me again. I'm like, oh my fucking God. Oh my God. So anyway, when I finally shut the door and I locked it, you best believe I turned around and I was like, what's like fucking Adam Sandler's dad in the movie Click. He turns around, his son's all busy and shit, and he walks out the office and he's bawling. That's what the fuck I did, but almost audibly. Like, I'm sure if I would have just gone a little bit harder with it and just let myself go, like freaking Frozen, I would have scared some neighbors and they would have been like, he just murdered his family, now he's driving off, call the ambulances. That's how hard it was. I was in it, dude. It was the cutest shit, and I was sad about the shit. It was a mixture of emotions, and I was almost like, you know what, I'm gonna pick up some beers with this burrito, maybe get a pack of cigars or two, and I didn't. I'm very proud of myself. It's how I roll. But I was very close. Just that very moment. And knowing I wasn't starting the carnivore diet until after this pizza was done today, I was like, I could do one more night, you know? But we're still on track. 29 days to go. I promised the homie, I know I said it's not realistic for me. I'm probably just gonna, you know, if there's a function or something, I might partake. But then I promised the homie, shout out at Go Home _ no, what the fuck? At Go Home Johnny, shout him out for just fun, right? But then shout out the homie original _ weirdness. I promised her I wouldn't drink until 30 days is over, at least. Like, just give it 30 days, because they say if you keep trying to quit, eventually it'll just stick. So that's my goal right now. And because I said I promise, I'm just gonna do it to prove I can, and then we'll see where we go from there. But I guess what really turns me off about the sobriety shit is I don't fucking feel a difference. I wish I did. I wish there was like 3 days in, you feel like, ooh, like maybe my scent and taste got a smidgen better. I doubt it did, because I was sick, and maybe that was what threw my taste buds off, and I don't get sick. But I was like clogged up, sick. I always get bad allergies. I can sneeze up to like 30 times within a minute and a half period. Like super bad allergies. Shit that makes me cry and like blow my nose continuously and just want to just like dip my head in water and just sit there. But that sickness I just got over was, that was different. I was like, it started out with a sore throat, so that's different than normal. That's not that's not my normal allergies or my normal congestion. That was a strange, like, I had an inflamed Galapagos thing for about a day and a half, and then it started going down, but then I was still clogged up as hell. Sorry if I sound so loud. This damn vehicle is loud as fuck, and I don't know how I sound in it, so I'm just kind of freeballing it with the volume, and the microphone's about 5 inches from my mouth at an angle, so I'm not talking directly into it because I ain't got a pop filter. Anywho, so yeah, life's good so far. I feel good. I feel good this morning. I don't have any cravings. Haven't had any cravings all day. I didn't have it last night when I got home. At the moment, I was thinking it, I was on my way to get my burrito. I was just in a fucking mood. My son just threw me in. I spiraled into a mood for about 7 minutes. Just on and off all while I'm driving to get my burrito. I'm just like, my lips quivering and shit. Damn, I'm emotional, dog. I'm a mess, but I'm cool right now. And I got cool quick. I just pulled my shit together, but it really was. It was like the same situation. The dude that lost his limbs, and I don't know if that's a fable or true, but it's got to be real. The dude got his legs blown off, and he's sad, and he's working in the rice paddy fields or whatever. And the town got him, he was sad as fuck, and then the town got him some prosthetics, and he felt better. He was less depressed. It's the same situation. Like, that shit was actually sad, but it was actually cute. It was actually cute as fuck. And very sad, because it's like I can't stay the night. This is my son. I helped build this house. I used to love this woman. I can't stay. I've never hated someone so much. It's wild. I want to tell my kid this shit. Never mind. Anyway, the mixture of emotions was just like, fuck, you're smoking a cigarette right now, you'd be alright. But I didn't. I'm proud of myself. Don't forget, it's diesel, not regular. I should be put in prison for how much I talk to myself. Anyway, I'm gonna pause real quick. I'm gonna run to the gas station and get junk food again. Fucking A. Alright. I'll see you in a bit. And we're back. Just knocking them out. So, yesterday, I saw a post on the Instagrams. I want to read this to get a better understanding of it. I read about a quarter way. I don't know how long the article is. I'm just assuming I read about either a quarter or a half of it. It was a lot. And I was reading on my way to work. That's never good. Okay. This shit's wild. I've always had this feeling because I heard it gives men boobies. So I've never liked soy, but I do partake. The beef jerky I'm eating right now, it says, so I went about a month on just this. Like, I did intermittent fasting and ate 1 7-ounce bag of this Mingus beef jerky a day. And on here it says beef, soy sauce, water, salt, hydrolyzed soy protein, corn syrup, caramel flavor, potassium sorbate, preservative, brown sugar, Cajun seasoning, salt, spices, red pepper, black pepper, white pepper, ground mustard, never heard of white pepper, dextrose, garlic and onion powder, liquid smoke, contains soy and mustard. Alright, I'm addicted to this shit. I love it. I'm not addicted. I can stop. I can not have a bag and not crave it. But I do go up, damn, I want to get a bag of beef jerky today. And then this is the bag I go for because there's a lot. The texture is always on point. And the fat, I pull off and give to the dogs. Because I don't like to, don't like how it gets in my teeth and I just gotta chew it and chew it. That's why I like my steak well done. I like chewing forever. What the fuck is happening? Sorry for cussing. Okay, so I'm gonna read this. It's freaking insane. Here's the title. And I'm reading this on Herculeanstrength.com. But I'm sure they got it from somewhere else. Long-term soy consumption makes monkeys aggressive loners. Shocking study with possible human implications, 2021. Alright, if long-term consumption of soy in isoflavones can make monkeys into aggressive loners, as a 2004 scientific study suggests. What about humans? Soy boy, represent. Soybean oil is the most widely consumed. Holy shit. Okay, I almost shit on myself, but we're alive. We're gonna make it. Woo! Alright. Soybean oil is the most. I'm sorry, I really almost shit on myself. It's raining, I can't see really good, and I hit a pretty deep pothole. I almost shit on myself. I felt like I was going to hell. Anyway, here we go. Keep your shit together. Alright, from the top. Okay. I'm so sorry. Okay. Fuck it, let's do it live. Soybean oil is most widely consumed oil in the United States and is a ubiquitous part of processed foods. A few days ago, we reported on a shocking recent study which showed that soybean oil caused serious genetic dysfunction in mice, leading to weight gain. Mother lover. It's hard to keep your place while you're hold up. Alright, I got a situation fixer. Okay, here we go. Leading to weight gain and serious neurological problems. These results should be cause for alarm for one simple reason. Soybean oil is the most widely consumed oil in the United States. Indeed, there has been a 100-fold increase in soybean oil consumption during the 20th century. Soybean oil is everywhere, especially in the processed foods, which make up a significant portion, even a majority, of the diets of most people in America and much of the rest of the developed world. It is becoming increasingly clear that vegetable oils in general, including soybean oil, are seriously bad, not just for mice, but people too. Recently, we had dubbed vegetable oil one of the worst things you can eat, and also included vegetable oil-laden processed food as one of the main foods that make you ugly. Processed food has been under intense scrutiny as a result of a new documentary that aired on BBC last week. For a period of a month, a British doctor conducted a self-experiment by eating a diet composed of 80% processed food, a diet consumed by as much as 2/3 of the adult population in the UK. Holy shit. I bet I'm way more than 80% processed foods. The only unprocessed, I don't even know. Does ground bison count as processed because it's gone through the grinder? the simple truth shit. Maybe that's not the one. But it says organic and it has like USDA blah blah blah. So if I eat that, that would be like the only thing I don't eat that's processed. So as of right now, everything I'm doing is processed. That explains my tears and my boobs. Some of the results from a 2019 study on consumption of ultra-processed food. The study showed a clear association between eating processed foods and weight gain. Participants who consumed processed foods reliably consumed more calories to satisfy their hunger. The fruits of the doctor's televised experiment included serious weight gain, piles, anxiety, sleeplessness, loss of libido, and most shockingly of all, changes to the structure of his brain, considered to be typical of drug addicts. Weeks after the experiment ended, scans revealed that the neurological changes had not been reversed. The doctor is now quite literally hardwired to want to eat processed food. Hard scientific proof of the neurological effects of just a month of eating processed food. Image courtesy of dailymail.com. Okay. In light of this focus on not just the physical but the mental and emotional effects of consuming vegetable oil-laden processed food, one aspect of the soybean oil, I can't say that word, soybean oil study that has generated discussion in recent weeks in the finding that soybean oil consumption caused dysregulation of the mice's oxytocin system. Only some of the implications of this were discussed in the study, leaving readers to enlarge upon? What the fuck does that mean? I've never heard that. Leaving readers to enlarge upon them. E-N-L-A-R-G-E. I know what enlarge means, to make bigger. Leaving readers to enlarge upon them. As well as being involved in the regulation of weight gain, oxytocin also has an important role to play in the expression of empathy and social bonding. Oxytocin, the reason we fall in love. Damn, that explains why I'm never falling in love again. Discussing the soybean study on Twitter, some speculated that this dysregulation of oxytocin could be responsible for the decline of trust and various other social problems. Carnivore Aurelius wrote at Keto Aurelius. Proving a direct connection between soybean oil consumption and social strife would be a tall order. After all, human societies are complicated things, with a tremendous number of variables involved. Even so, speculating about the relationship between changing dietary patterns, and changing patterns of behavior, holy moly. Hold, please. Is not otios. I think obvious is what they meant. About the relationship between changing dietary behavior is not otios. O-T-I-O-S-E. I think it's supposed to say it's not obvious. Dietary patterns really have changed in recent decades. In fact, far more than we might possibly think. This guy just sounds like or woman, man or woman, just sounds like they're adding shit to make the quota of amount of words. And many of the problems we are witnessing do appear to be novel ones. See? Increasing exposure to xenoestrogens. For instance, industrial chemicals that mimic the effects of... Hold on, I gotta turn here. It's an impotent intersection. alive. Now I lost my spot again. Mimic the effects of estrogen in the body, has had widespread effects on expression of sexual characteristics and behavior over the last half century, as well as fertility. And, interestingly enough, there is some evidence that regular soy consumption can have drastic effects on the social behavior of some of our nearest evolutionary cousins. A study in the journal Hormones and Behavior from 2004 claims that long-term soy consumption can make monkeys more aggressive and isolated from their fellow primates. The authors note the important role of aromatization of male hormones on aggressive behavior and the mediating role of estrogen in this process. Estrogen produced by aromatization of gonadal androgen has an important facilitative role in male typical aggressive behavior that is mediated through its interaction with estrogen receptors. ER. In parentheses is the word I was looking for the other day, and I said semicolon like a friggin' idiot. In the brain, isoflavones found in soybeans and soy-based dietary supplements bind ER and have dose and tissue-dependent effects on estrogen-mediated responses. They note that although this relationship is well known, studies have had yet to be carried out on the effects of soy-rich diets on aggressive behavior. Their study took place over a period of 15 months and involved feeding different diets to groups of adult male macaques. But adult male macaques, they got their own macaques, but they got the macaques. Now where did the macaques go? Living in the 9 stable social groups. The diet differed only in terms of the protein source of monkeys received, casein and lactobumin. Lactobumin. That sounds fun. I would try that. Lactobumin. No isoflavones. Soy protein isolate containing 0.94 milligrams isoflavones, G. Protein and soy protein isolate containing 1.88 milligrams isoflavones, G protein. The results of the experiment were striking. In the monkeys fed the higher amount of isoflavones, frequencies of intense aggressive 67% higher and submissive 203% higher behavior were elevated relative to monkeys fed the control diet P,S, alligators eating to the right 0.05, all in parentheses. In addition, the proportion of time spent by these monkeys in physical contact with other monkeys was reduced by 68%. Time spent in proximity to other monkeys was reduced 50%, and time spent alone was increased 30%. P,S, alligator eating to the right 0.02 in parentheses. This led the authors to conclude that long-term consumption of a diet rich in soy isoflavones can have marked influences on patterns of aggressive and social behavior. It's worth noting that the mechanism of action for the soy isoflavones appears to be different for the soy. I'm sorry, it's fun to say. For the soybean oil in the more recent study. The former works through aromatization, they made that word up, of androgens, while the latter appears to work by causing up and down regulation of particular genes, including those relating to the production of oxytocin. They got a 10 in parentheses, I don't know what that means. Testosterone, new discoveries about the male hormone DW documentary YouTube. Oh, maybe it's a shout out. Either way though, it hardly amounts to a ringing endorsement of soy-based foods, whichever part of them you choose to consume. The protein or the oil, you could you could, looking at serious negative physical and mental changes. I think there's supposed to be a B in there. You could be looking at. In an earlier article, we cautioned you to avoid soy products, not just because they're terrible for you, but also because they're terrible for the environment, and will happily reissue that caution in light of this new discussion, as well as choosing not to eat foods that obviously contain soy. If you want to be sure, you are not consuming any soy, you should also cut out all processed food from your diet altogether to avoid hidden soy. That's the article. Again, that is on HerculeanStrength.com. But I kind of want to check out that BBC documentary the guy did for a month. The scientist did a personal experiment on himself for a month with processed foods. He ate 80% of his diet was processed foods for a month, and he gained weight, got less sleep, and there was like 3 or 4 more things, or 2 or 3 more things, I forget. Fuck it, I'm gonna look it up. It's at the top of the article. Like, just those things though, I'm like, fuck, maybe that's why I'm tossing and turning, is because I'm eating freaking, I have like 100%, at least I have like a 98% processed food diet. I'm gonna find it. Serious weight gain, piles. I don't know, I think that's a stool problem, piles. Is that like diarrhea? Serious weight gain, piles, anxiety, sleeplessness, and loss of libido. Most shockingly of all, changes to his brain. So, changes to your brain, loss of libido, sleeplessness, piles, and gait wane. I said gait wane and didn't realize I said gait wane until I was like done saying gait wane. Weight gain. I can't wait to be a scientist. Just fuck people's heads over. Alright, so yeah, that's a thing. And I bet there's soy in this Dr. Pepper I'm enjoying. I also bet there's soy in my freaking one-a-day men's. It's supposed to just have vitamin, but they probably put the soy in for like, to keep it safe on the shelves longer. These fucking pricks. So I'm not seeing it in my Dr. Pepper. I'm sure it's in there somewhere. I'm about to look at this one-a-day men's. Damn, this thing's, it's a long-ass list. I'm just kind of like power reading. What's that word? I'm almost positive there's soy in here. Stearic acid. What's that doing in a vitamin supplement? Alright, I'm not seeing soy in my one-a-day men's. I haven't heard of aluminum lake, but that sounds fun to ingest. Alright, where were we before this little article thing? My son's the shit. He's cute as fuck. That's where I was. Excuse me for cussing. Hopefully I'm going to get out there tonight. I might get to talk to y'all a little bit later. I'm not seeing any road work. Can't think of much else to say. I guess I can look at the news. The song of the day is Let's make this shit up on the spot. How about that? The Bee Gees. Now you can't tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. I'm gonna look that song up. I think it's the Bee Gees. Nah, let's do Surely would. Please don't let me make up your mind. Neil Diamond. Girl, you'll be a woman soon. In the news today, Supreme Court enters voting rights melee. That's a stupid way to spell that word. Justices will weigh in on the scope of the Voting Rights Act in a way that could bolster GOP efforts to limit access to the polls. I don't know what GOP means. I'm sure if someone said it, I'd be like, oh, that's what that is? Fucking heard that 300,000 times this last year. But I saw something this morning that said Trump's GOP is threatening democracy. And I'm like, what the fuck? First of all, what is a GOP and how is Trump having anything to do with affecting democracy? How is that happening? I'm sorry, I'm talking about him because the fucking news is talking about him. I don't get it. U.S. and allies send a message to Putin with flyover. That's a lie. We don't have allies. We're fucked. American jailed in Russia calls on Biden to stop abduction of U.S. citizens. What are we supposed to do? Don't go to Russia if you're American. That's what I say. Also, don't leave America. Nobody likes us. And yesterday, the cartel are kidnapping the Mexican police forces. I forget who or where, but one of the cartel. I'm gonna find this fucking article. It's scary as shit. They were abducting police officers that were off duty and murdering their families in front of them. Either they were murdering them in front of their families or murdering their families in front of them and then killing them. They're killing off-duty cops. And their message was, we're coming for all of you, or some shit. Ooh, one of Iran's biggest Navy ships sinks after catching fire. There's a wild-ass story I heard about. Body camera footage shows final moments of San Jose fight rail yard shooting. San Jose light rail yard shooting? I want to find this damn cartel thing. It's creepy as fuck. I said, what's up with all these shootings in Ohio? At least 6 people were injured in a shooting at a party in Springfield, Ohio. Also, who's shooting at parties? Why is it always at a fucking party? Wait, is that not the place to have fun? Be around people and just kick it, fucking chill, and we're shooting each other. What the hell is going on? Kim Jong-un gets new second-in-command in major changes to North Korea's ruling party. Hyped to hear that. But it's also sketchy. Why is he changing shit right now out of nowhere? What's going on? I think he thinks he's about to get assassinated. He's about to go like the Chinese doctors. They were whistleblowing about the pandemic. He's about to go missing. He's about to go MIA. What the frick? I'm already messing up again. I don't know if I should terrify when it shows teen grab her dog from a huge bear. Holy fuck that, I'd let my dog go. This girl's got balls on her. friggin' Steven Seagull, who is a Russian citizen, joined the Russian party. I don't care. I don't like him. I never trusted him to begin with because of the way he runs. Fuck that guy, dude. Anyway, I'm about to pull up my first stop, and y'all have a good day. I might talk to y'all tonight. I don't know. I love y'all. Go check out the homies. Go follow them. Hit me up on Instagrams. False Amusement. Give me some advice or things you want to hear. If you want to hear some shout outs. If you would like a segment in this cast, I will gladly pop it in there because I need some length to this nonsense. Anyway, y'all have a good day. I love y'all. Bye-bye.